beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach living a whole food, plant-based lifestyle for health and well-being. And it literally gave me my life back. I know it can help you with yours too. But if you've been following me for the past few weeks or so, you probably know that I was recently diagnosed with colon cancer in the transverse part of the colon, which is located like under the ribs. And I believe because of my whole food plant-based lifestyle, I am in better shape regarding this diagnosis than if I was eating the standard American diet. I truly believe that. I also believe and know I will be fine. So I do want to take a few minutes to welcome everyone watching and say hello to those of you in the chat. Whoops, I got to move the chat. Let me see. What is that? Hi, Bo Med said, what? Yes, this is welcome. And we're going to be talking all kinds of things today about what's going on. And if you're not sure, or you haven't been here, I have a lot of replays you can check out to get all of the scoop. And Jean, you got this, Jennifer. Throw it in the bucket. Yes, and I've got my throw it in the bucket t-shirt here. And it also has, whoops, this says a little thing here, which is our Give Plants a Chance, and my logo. Now, my shirt's available if you want to purchase it. We just recently opened a store. I'm going to talk to you about that later, but I would like to just finish saying hello and then invite Todd in to show his shirt. I've got Nartelcom. What? Again, I'm not sure what that question is, but feel free to reach out. Ann Harrison, hi, cutie. Hello and welcome. Mona, wow, that came around quick. Yes, welcome, Mona. So good to have everyone here. John Riley's in the house. Hello, John. Are you on your phone? The view looks different. Oh, I'm not sure who Mona's talking to, but we have two different views. So are they seeing the portrait view and not the landscape view?
They may be seeing one or the other, depending on how they get their phone.
So, yeah, so depending on how you should be able to see it normally if you watch on YouTube on anything other than your phone the correct way. And if you are on your phone, a portrait should show up. So hopefully that's clear and you can see everything. Apple 369, hi Jennifer, sending lots of love. Thank you so much. Welcome. It looks like, oh, Ann Harrison said, you've got this. Yes, I appreciate that. And those of you who may be watching this as a replay, feel free to leave a comment or question in the comment section, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. So come on in, Todd. Let's show your shirt. Say hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello,
yes.
honey.
Hi, sweetheart. Can I turn you sideways? So he's got the logo here and Give Plants a Chance there. And his is a little more forward than mine.
Mine is the adult version.
Yes, colon cancer. Throw it in a bucket. And it's got the bucket with the finger. Oh my gosh.
Mine just points a little more attitude.
Yeah, mine just points into the bucket and is more clean. But if you are interested, you can certainly get any of these. You decided that you're going to wear yours tomorrow.
I am. I'm going to wear this tomorrow, so I'll wash it again when we're done here and wear it tomorrow.
I think I'm going to wear mine too and bring something else to come home in.
Yeah, I'm going to go in with a statement, and we're going to come out with the absence of a tumor.
Yes. Yes. So, well, tomorrow is my surgery date, and that is Tuesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And I will be going into surgery to remove a 5-centimeter cancerous mass that has created an 80% blockage in my transverse colon. I will be letting the surgeon throw it in the bucket, right? Because we have no place for that in our lives, right?
Correct, except the bucket.
So thank you for showing your shirt.
You're welcome.
And let's see, Apple says, look at YouTube, broadcasting on both YouTube and Instagram. Professionals. Well, we try. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're trying some new things here as we get more mature.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So there was so much I wanted to share. I wanted to check in with all of you today. I really need to, first of all, thank you in the deepest way possible for the ongoing support of love and prayers, well wishes, and just so on. The list is just so long and so wonderful. It's been a continuous stream of blessings, and I am so thankful to each and every one of you for keeping me in your thoughts and prayers during this, pretty radical and difficult time. And so I want to make sure right away, people close and far, it's so greatly appreciated. So I want to talk about how this last week has been, what I've been doing, how the food has really changed, and of course, how I've been feeling, because it's been a little rocky. And we want to talk about how Todd is holding up and how he's doing, what I'm doing today, and the details of tomorrow, of course. So if you have any questions while we go along, I'm going to share all the details about what, we need to do tomorrow and the times and everything in a few minutes here. But any questions, any comments, are welcome, of course. So the first thing I want to talk about is this stack of papers. And there is in this stack of papers something that I think is really important that a lot of people don't touch on. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't, but it's called an advance directive. What is an advance directive and why is it important? I just want to touch on it. An advance directive is a written legal document or paper, right, that explains what kind of medical care you or the person filling it out would or would not want if you ever became too sick or too injured to speak for yourself. And that includes going under anesthesia. So I like to think of it as a backup plan for your health. And I really thought that it would be important to talk about. So I just want to talk just briefly about the key things to know, right? It's your voice. So it makes sure, in case people don't know what it is, it makes sure that your doctors and your family know what your wishes are, so they don't have to guess during a tough time, right? And anyone like 18 years and older, adults, right? Although a lot of people think of this for like older people, but anyone of legal age should have one, I think, because you might not be going in for a surgery, but there are accidents that can happen. That's why they're called accidents, and emergencies can happen just, to anyone. And so there's two main parts. There's a living will and a healthcare proxy or agents. The living will is a document that is listing like the treatments that you want. Do you want to be sustained on a machine to help you breathe? Are you okay? You just want to live no matter how, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, if I can't have this same quality of life indefinitely, So those are the kinds of things. It's heavy. It's really heavy, but it's really important. And the healthcare proxy or agent is a person that you choose to make the decisions for you if you cannot make them. It's really important. I also want to say you can change it at any time. You can give updates, you can change the document like whenever you want. So basically, it's just a way to control your future healthcare and help your family by making your wishes known ahead of time. And I just can't stress enough. I think it's so important. So like I said, it's not an easy thing to think about. And you hope you never need it, right? But it's absolutely important, I think. And I encourage all of you to have one as well as other documents in line, hopefully well before you would ever need any of it. And, another thing, maybe you already have them. How long has it been since you reviewed them? Maybe it's time to see, gosh, do I even know what I wanted or what I didn't want. And, so anyways, we put together something, we reviewed ours. And so I, we, this is not just an advance directive, but we, when we first got married, went and hired an attorney, and we have estate planning documents that has that included in here. It's this gigantic thing, and we wanted to make some changes. So we ended up making some changes in a smaller, I've got all kinds of notes on the back of this, here through Susie Orman. And she, you can go to Susie Orman website, and I think she sells it, her documents, for a very inexpensive price. If you go to an attorney, it's going to be very expensive. But the City of Hope gave me this beautiful folder, and in it, they also gave us this sheet of paper talking about advance directives. And it's got some QR codes. And so if you didn't have one and you were going into surgery, you could print this out or pull it up and fill it out, and it walks you through what's important. And so anyways, we updated our stuff, and everybody, Todd and my son, are very well aware of my wishes, but my wishes are not to use it because I'm going to be fine, you guys. I'm going to be fine. But I did want to share it because that's something that we did this week. Okay, so we have anybody else here? I need to say, hey, Jill Caperton is here. Good morning. Hello. Marilyn Dubin is here praying. Thank you so much. Karen Woods Howard, hand pink waving. Oh, okay. Hello. And everybody here, welcome. I appreciate it. John Riley said, I'm having melanoma surgery on Wednesday. I have a Valium. Oh, I'm sorry, the pill. I have a Valium to take before the surgery. John, I'm sending you good wishes, prayers, everything to go well. No matter how big or how small a surgery is, it's a surgery. And so I will be praying for you and sending you all my good vibes and love. And I hope everything works out. We also have Video 1000 Nights sending love. Thank you. Hang in there. I appreciate it. I just really appreciate it. Apple says, so appreciate you sharing this info. I'm a retired hospice chaplain, and many don't realize these steps until the situation they're needed. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, thank you. Boy, that must have been a challenging career. And I appreciate what you did for others, even though I didn't know you and experience your help. But I do thank you for sharing that. This is important because I really think it is. So a few topics to cover. Oh, so many topics to cover, you guys. Okay, we're going to talk about, let's start with physical symptoms, like body awareness, right? So I've been having cramping for this whole time, right? Because that's how I knew that something wasn't right. But it seems to be getting more regular. And it's really weird, you guys. It's like I'll just be sitting or standing, and then all of a sudden I'll get this intense cramp. It almost feels like a labor pain. If anybody out there is watching that has had a baby, or a severe stomach cramp, if you've had an insane flu, and it's just this crazy sharp cramping pain. It lasts for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And then I go, oh, it's gone. And then all of a sudden, this loud gurgling. And my son and my husband can hear it sometimes across the room. And they're like, wow, was that your stomach? Was that yes, my abdomen is chatting. And I think what's happening is things are moving, and they're trying to get through the area that I'm having a problem. And when it is struggling, I think that's what's happening. But it's normal. And I was told that it's normal for the situation that I'm in. And so I just want to share, like, that's something that has gotten, more regular. Yeah, the prep and wash. We have this Hibiclens stuff. And I talk about it on the last, we just put out a video yesterday on my prep for colonoscopy that was actually done a few weeks ago. We just didn't get a chance to get it out, but because it was a different prep than the first one, we put it out. And I was talking about how this antiseptic skin cleaner is something that the hospital wanted me to use for that. And I was like so against it, and I did not use it. They approved that I could use Dial, antibacterial soap. But this one, and the reason why I didn't want to is because it's got like all these warnings. You know, if you get a rash, if you can't breathe, if you get facial swelling, hives, it's like, what? Why would I want to put this on my skin? For goodness sake, I'm already having trouble. And it's got terrible ingredients like fragrance and I don't know, alcohol, and they want me to use it this time. So I'm trying to be open, and I might use it a little area. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go back to the Dial because I liked that, but I wasn't able to get approval on this one from anyone. And so anyhow, I wanted to show you that. Okay. The prep thing we're going to do before we leave, because I need to be doing that at noon. I start, and that's why I wanted to go on earlier because, you know, once you start that stuff, that's it. What's really interesting is so I've had 3 different colonoscopies and 3 different preps. This being the 3rd one. I'm not using this one today though. It's so weird, but I wanted to show you. So the first one, you can watch all of this on the replays. The first one was some over-the-counter stuff, Miralax, and the second one was this one that we just posted yesterday. And this one is just like, what do they call this? A Surprep, I think. And so that's actually what I'm going to do today before we leave. I've got the cup all ready to go. And then this one is take 4,000 ml by mouth once. Drink all 4 liters the afternoon before surgery. Hello. Are you serious? And can you see? Like, wait, I don't know. Can they see? No, there's powder up to here. But they gave this to me like a month ago. And then they sent instructions, maybe they forgot they gave it to me, and prescribed this one. So the instructions that I got recently and this one is what I already had last time. I'm going with this one. I don't know what to do with the other one. So Mona, is coconut water allowed on a fasting program? Yes, I have coconut water here. And I have these cute little coconut. That's a great question. Cocoa Bears. These are organic Thai coconuts. That is considered a clear liquid. But this one, which I love because it's pink from oxidation, I cannot have it before the surgery or before a colonoscopy, but I am planning to bring it for afterwards. And so this one I actually just drank before we got on. And what I did was we punctured it and I strained it through, you know, I put it like this and I strained it so that I could look at the color and I could look at it. And I was going to save some. I was so thirsty, guys, but it was not colored. So I went ahead with that. Hope that helps you. And yeah, I know, Apple, wow, 4 liters. Yikes, I know. So I'm so glad I have this other one. And that's what they sent most recent. So I'm going with that one. So anyways, Rose Brednack 7709 is here. Welcome. That's the one I did. Horrible. Oh, you mean you did this gigantic horrible? Yeah, there's other ones. So I don't get why they want to do this. And this one that I'm doing today that I did last time, and you can watch from a replay of it that we posted yesterday. This has electrolytes in it, whereas the very first one didn't. And I think I felt better on that, even though it tasted kind of weird artificially. So yeah, the huge one. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. All right, let's talk about food and so this past week and going forward. What I was eating this past week was not that much. I was eating some of that homemade applesauce. Do I have some here? I do. the homemade applesauce. I was eating that and not really that much of it. Mostly a little last night. Green tea, that smoothie I was telling you about that had the silken tofu, bananas, and soy milk. Then I started doing miso broth, like a soup with carrots. So I would peel the carrot. You got to peel the carrots, cut them very, very tiny. And then I would either steam them or cook them, boiling them in the water that I was going to use for the broth. Cut up a little tiny bit of silken tofu, not that much. And then when it was done, remove it from the heat and then stir in like a teaspoon of miso broth. The one that I'm using, I'll just show you really quickly. It's this one. It's organic Miso Master Organic Mellow White Miso. If you're not familiar with, they have a whole line. And so we just got a little one of this one. And so anyways, that's what I've had for like a couple of nights. And crackers, these terrible crackers that I gave up like 8 years ago or years ago. I'll just say years ago. Rose Breadneck says, are you maintaining your weight compared to when? So if you're asking me if I am maintaining my weight from a month ago, no. I am not. I have lost about 8 pounds. So not trying to lose weight, but if you can't eat, what can I say? I've been hanging in that space though for a few weeks, so I'm not continuing to go down. And so anyways, let's see. I was talking about the miso. Oh, I know. And what else? I was also wanting to talk about Cape Farms. Last time I was talking about this peptides and how great it was in comparison to like some of the other whey products out there like Ensure and Boost. And so this is what happened. And you can watch my last live replay to hear all the details about this. We were together on Tuesday. I drank one. And then later that night, I drank one because they said, try to drink 2. And this had me add a pound or 2. The next day, Wednesday, I did the same thing. And by the evening, I was feeling like, oh, I don't know how that feels. A little burpy, I was like, I'm not sure. Thursday morning, I got up and drank it. And I knew immediately after drinking it, this is not going to work for me. Not going to work for me right now. So I stopped. I reached out to the nutritionist that had helped me figure this one out because it's plant-based, it's organic, and all the things that I'm looking for if I need to do something like this. And she just said, well, it's really thick and it's very heavy. Okay. And so she said, sometimes it's too much. And more importantly, at this point, she said, we'd rather have you have your digestion and your abdomen and the colon and everything not upset, because it was doing the cramping like crazy. It was terrible. And she just said, we'd rather have it calm than have you have this. And so I looked online and there were some ideas like you can water it down, don't drink it really fast. I did. I just drank it really fast because I don't, and it also said that you could drink it over about 45 minutes. I decided I stopped. So that was the end of that. Yazo, Renee, hello, welcome. I'm sending you lots of love and best vibes for your surgery tomorrow. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All of it, you guys. I just can't say enough. Thank you so much. So, okay, moving on to another topic here. My last appointment and some updates. So I had an appointment last week where they did blood work and they were tests. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to share the blood work. I wonder if I have that here, but I can kind of just tell you that it all came back not so great. Go figure. My iron's low. Everything is kind of tanking. But my protein is awesome. Thought that was so funny. But But it's all stuff that they expect to have happen. And maybe I'll be able to share that at another time with you. This paperwork here is like all the stuff that their prep instructions, they give you so much stuff. Their prep instructions, like, you know, all the things that I'm going to talk about. These are the Sue prep bowel preparation instructions for what we're going to do later here. There's a thing on incision care, and there's a whole thing on what to expect the day before surgery, preparing a few weeks. It's got little pictures about what they think it could be for the incision. Why I wanted to show you this is because I thought this was really interesting, and hopefully I can come closer and you can see. There's some pictures. Can you guys, whoops, see that? At the bottom. And it shows, depending on what you might have, what it might look like after the fact. And this guy right here is where my tumor is, right here. And so if they take that, they would take this whole section and it would look like this. And then they would attach it to the small intestine. So I'm anticipating this guy right here. So I thought, wow, that's interesting. So I wanted to share that. And of course, they also have a list of contact numbers. This is all for like afterwards, you know, pharmacy and a nurse on the team and all these kind of phone numbers. So I went and had my blood work. Like I said, you know, I had a great experience and got the results, and the results are whatever there was a lot of good stuff too. I shouldn't say it was like, you know, so terrible. It wasn't. There was a lot of good stuff, and there was some, you know, and then they sent me to an appointment. I'm just going to share it. They sent me to an appointment called wound care, and I don't know. I guess we're like, I don't know, we're here, and it follows right after. So I was thinking like wound care appointment is probably like something following this incision care, right? So we get there, and the lady, this nice nurse, walks us down, and she sits me down and she says, you know, hello, do you know why you're here? And I said, no, honestly, I don't. I guess it's wound care. I guess you're going to show us how to clean the wound when we get home. I don't know. I've never had that before. And she said, oh no, you're here for me to mark you for an ostomy bag. And I'm like, what? What? And she said, nobody told you about that? And I was a wreck. I was a wreck. Todd was shocked. We were both shocked. If you don't know what that is, it's a bag that they put on the outside of a person so that your poop, your stool can go in it, and then you change it out. And she said, well, this is just, you know, so, I mean, I was freaked out, and she could tell, and she was like, you know, we don't have to do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So long story short, she said that the surgeon who never mentioned anything about that. And she said he does this as a routine thing for all of his patients, even if it's a 1%. And for me, it's probably less than a 1%. And I'm thinking, that's terrible. Educate people for something that there's only 1%. I don't know. That was my feeling. I was just feeling like, what in the heck? So anyways, she said, you know, we don't have to do it. They could do it in the operating room. I've got this big packet I could show you to explain all about it. And if you don't need it, well, hey, then it's just an education that you didn't need. And she said, and I hope I never see you again. This is the worst experience. I mean, I'm trying to be like, you know, nice about it, but it was crazy. And she was very delightful. I mean, she was kind, and she handled it really well. And so I finally said, fine, you can mark me. Like, I didn't even know, what does that even mean? Is that permanent? And so we realized, no, it's I don't even have it. She said it's a surgical pen. So I said, like a Sharpie? She said, yeah, it's like a Sharpie. So you can wash it off? Yeah, you can wash it off. Okay. So she was talked about doing all these different things about it, but she didn't really do what she said she was going to do. And then she did put an X. I still have it. I'll show it to you guys. There it is. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it, Todd?
Meh.
No, it's just an
Nah.
X right there. And there's my belly button. So it's just a little bit over. And then she put this gigantic tape thing on it, which was like this very, very thin bandage so that it wouldn't wash off. But here's an extra pen in case it does. You can just remark it. So 2 days later, I'm rashing really bad under this thing. And I said, I'm taking this off. I took it off. I called them. She said, yeah, there's like a 10% of people rash. 90% of people don't. But of course I did. And she just said, you know what, don't worry about it. You're not even going to need it. It was just like something that they just like to educate you. But because they didn't explain anything to me, they didn't say anything. I didn't even know why it was on my schedule. I felt like the communication lacked. And so I called a department that's called, what is that department called? I'll tell you right here. I've got their card. It's the patient advocacy department. And what that means is if you have a question, a concern, a problem, feedback, anything, you can call them and tell them, I don't want to say it's only for complaints, but, anyways, so it took them like 24 hours to call me back. And the lady that I spoke to, I explained everything. And, I know this is live in the universe, but between you and I had recorded the appointments on my phone and I re-listened to it. So I wanted to make sure that I heard. I'm not doing that because I want to do anything with it. I'm doing that for my own, so that I don't forget what's said, and then I delete it. But I was able to re-listen to make sure that I understood and I was remembering correctly. And so I was remembering correctly. And the words that were used were like, we're going to just throw it in the bucket, reconnect you. And, and if there was any infection or if there was any leakage, then they would put a bag temporarily. That was it. So the appointment thing was really freaking me out. But this lady at the advocacy place, she made it right. She really made it right. I told her how I was feeling about a lot of different things, and she made it right. And she did have the wound care people call me back and reassure me that I don't need to worry about it. So I wanted to share that. I didn't share it immediately because I needed to digest that. I was like, what in the world? So let me see. Did anybody say anything in the comments? Aphrodite, Blue, welcome. Good morning, Jennifer and Todd. I'm so glad you're here. And Eros. Yes, that's her doggy. Mona says, they have to inform you of everything, Jennifer. Your bowels need to reset, and then they will reattach the ends. Think of it as a rest. I know, Mona, thank you. I actually used some rubbing alcohol on the mark. Okay. I love having Mona here to help me. It's just, if you're not familiar with any of this, for them it's routine and it's normal and it's all good reasoning. But if you're not familiar with this space, my gosh, please baby step us in, explain, give us an idea of what to expect. And so I think that's where I was having a hard time. And yes, if they wanted to let that take a rest for a couple weeks, she said sometimes they do that. They put this temporarily so that it can heal and it doesn't have, the food digesting and the stool going through it. And then they come in and they put it back and you're done. But he made it sound like I'm not going to have that unless there's a problem. So anyways, that was a hard thing to share because I was like, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I also, if I'm going to share this, I got to share it. So any thoughts, Todd, on any of that experience before we move on?
Well, I think you
can
described it. You described it well. I mean, it was a little bit surprising when we were first introduced to that. But I think as we understood it, it became more clear as to why and what the possibilities are and what happens downstream, right?
Yeah. And that is one of the reasons I chose this team, because they've been taking extra steps precautionary, preventative, more thorough. But my gosh, tell the patient. Tell the patient. So let me see a couple of other things. Apple says it's very destabilizing not being informed of all the steps and procedures. Yeah, it was terrible. That's smart, Jennifer. Thank you, Mona. Apple, you're doing everything right. You're amazing. I try. So anyways, this for the chat is dead. Can you fix that really quickly for me? And so I'll be able to scroll on the chat. He's going to go grab some batteries. So in the meantime, I will share with you a few other things. So the ups and downs, I've had some ups and downs in my thoughts, and I wanted to share them with you. And I'd love some feedback or some input if you have any. I know and I believe, honestly, what I've been saying this whole time, that I'm going to be okay, that they're going to take it out, throw it in the bucket, and we're all good. And we'll deal with anything else as it comes, if anything. But because I'm whole food plant-based, because I like to try natural things, because I've been eating this way, this whole food plant-based, SOFA's-free, gluten-free for a lot of this time, there's a part of me that sometimes is like, am I really doing the right thing? Is there anything else that I could be doing that I should look into? Because, thank you, honey. Is it better now? Okay, thank you. So I could see the chat now. Is there anything else that I could be doing? So, I've shared the natural or integrative places that I've contacted, the integrative oncology teams where they do, vitamin C IVs that are, like high dose and all these kinds of natural things to support the immune system and everything. But I'm like, you hear about people saying, oh, I put castor oil on my tumor and red light therapy, and in a few weeks, my scan said it was gone. And that happened with me right here. I had some kind of a growth. And when I changed my food, I watched it physically go away. And so there's just a part of me that was just like, I know this is the right way to go. And I am going tomorrow. And I am going to have them throw it in the bucket. But once in a while, I'm like, I don't want to make a mistake. You can't undo. You can't undo a surgery like this. And then I was thinking, like, I'm never going to be the same. Am I ever going to be the same? Is my digestion going to be the same? And the wound care thing, that really took me over the edge. I kept telling Todd, I was fine till we went to that appointment. And we've had some really intense conversations about it. And ultimately, I know in my heart that I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to remove it surgically. But I wanted to share that I think it's a normal thing. And especially as it was getting closer to the surgery date, to just like, wait, I still have this little bit of time before the date. Like, is this really the only thing, the right way? Don't rush it. You hear, don't rush into surgery. Don't rush into anything. Ultimately, for me, this is the right thing. But I wanted to share that that's been a challenge. Is there another way? Am I making the right decision? Am I going to have any regrets? So I'm not going to have any regrets, because no matter what, I'm going to be fine. And something that Todd said to me, and you're welcome to come in and talk, when we had been talking about this, is you said to me, this is cancer. And if you don't remove it, it can kill you. And he's right. But it's not going to.
No.
Because tomorrow we're going to throw it in the bucket. But if you want to share your side of things, any of the ups and downs or how things have been, I mean, because for the most part, I think we've been doing really well. I've been having fun. I've been getting educated. I've been having, conversations. There have been some like uncertainty, but there's also been some downtime.
Well, so I think you already mentioned this. We've had some pretty intense conversations, and it is a bit of an emotional roller coaster, right? We are trying to approach this with the best attitude and the best frame of mind that we can, recognizing that joy, laughter, positive outlooks are powerful, particularly in the healing process.
Yes.
So
Mental
we've
state.
been trying to be very cognizant of that mental state, but there are times where it just the
question. I question
gravity
it.
of the situation is very, very heavy and very weighing, and you try to deal with that as best you can.
And usually when we have some serious talks and we get through it, then we feel better. And I'm like, hey, you want to play backgammon with me?
Yeah. Right?
You want to soak in the bathtub?
We hope that those heavy moments are very short lived, but it's part of the process, right? It's part of the accepting your situation and moving forward.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And so let's see. Mona says, correct. It will all depend on your tumor and how well it's removed. Good reason to always contact the nurse advocate. Thank you. Yeah. And so, if you're not ever, and hopefully you've never been in this situation, but even if you're helping somebody, it's good to know that you have these outlets. And if somebody doesn't tell you, well, reach out and ask. I know there's such a thing as, this advocate, or I know this, or I have a question about that, and stand up for what, makes you feel comfortable. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, Jill says, I've got to go. Prayers and good luck for tomorrow. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. Marilyn Dubin says, you will be better. I know it. Thank you. I feel really good. I just, I want to share every moment of this stuff. And, Yazok, which is Renee, it's normal to be afraid. There are many of us who have to throw it in the bucket. We are holding space for you and Todd. Thank you. And I don't feel afraid. I honestly, I got to tell you, all the love and support from everyone, virtually, in person, receiving physical gifts. I mean, all of it, I feel really good. Like, I had a friend at one of our potlucks. She came up to me, and she's the sweetest lady. She's in her 80s, and I just love her. And she gave me a big hug, and she said, I want you to know, that you're not alone, because there's a higher power with you. And I want you to make sure that you let that in. And I said, I already know. I feel it. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I feel wrapped up in this higher power. Call it spiritual, call it God, call it whatever. I am good. So that's new for me. And so I just wanted to share that. Okay, moving on. Hospital prep and doing some packing. So what we're going to take for food, oh my gosh, mostly just what you see here. I have this beautiful friend who is so wonderful. She reached out when she heard that we were gonna be doing the cooler with the ice packs, and then Todd was gonna go to the cafeteria and refill with ice so that we could bring some of my food, because they don't have like a refrigerator or storage at the hospital. But my friend said, why don't you borrow my mini fridge that plugs in to either the wall outlet or in the car where the charger goes. Okay. So I'm going to move some of this that we're going to talk about in a minute also. But here's that beautiful quilt that I'm going to be taking. But I wanted to show you this thing. This thing is massive. And she said we should plug it in and we should let it refrigerate for overnight. Just make sure everything's good. And so let's plug it in together. Let's look at it. It's like this, you know, hard, like a cooler thing. Look. And it's got these on the top, it's got like on and off and temperature control. You could do Fahrenheit or Celsius. It's really cool. And you could even lock it. And I don't know, Todd, can you help me maybe show them the inside of this? I mean, I can pick it up.
Here, I got it.
But it isn't super light. And it's kind of, I was just going to see, maybe we could do it together. Ready?
Sure. Let me get a handle. Okay.
Yep, there's a handle on the side. And just like bend it over just to let people see what it looks like. See? And so it's cool. And then if you put that lid down and leave this insulation up, and you can see, you know, there's the switch where the controls are. And there's these bags. And then on the side here, we'll turn it this way, is the plug. And then in the very back, whoops, let's see, you got this, are these, so there's a vent for the, what do you call this vent for? Just
for venting.
Okay, for venting. And then they have pockets here. So this pocket holds the car charger. So we can plug it in on our way, and it plugs in, and then we can have it cooling or refrigerating. And then this pocket is the regular, you know, plug that we have here. And so let's plug it in right now. Let me just, so we can turn it around. Can you plug this part in, show everybody what we're doing here? There's like, I hope you could see it. It's kind of far, but it's just a plug. Okay, and then let's turn it around. Of course, you know, we just put it up here so that you guys could see it. And I'm gonna plug it in. And we haven't done this before. Oh, look, it lit up. It's at 78 Fahrenheit. So we wanna make it cooler. Because refrigerator, 36.
Yep, there you go.
36. So I don't know. We'll see what that does.
It's going to get cold.
It's going to be cold. Oh, no worries. No worries. Renee says I have to go to an appointment, but hugs. Thank you so much. And she also said, awesome, you are ready for this experience. Judy Andrews is here. Hello, Judy. Sending lots of hugs and prayers your way, Jennifer and Todd. You will be in good hands. Thank you so much. I hear this going on. And so, yeah, we were just going to load up some coconut waters. This is what I'm taking. The applesauce, coconut water. Let's see. And I'm just going to put it in here. Todd and my son are probably going to put something in there, maybe drinks or whatever they want. There is a cafeteria if they want something, you know, they have, I mean, they do have salads there, but I don't know what you would have. But anyhow,
we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just load that up and have that ready to go. So what I'm taking is the coconut water. What did I just put in here? Several coconut waters, applesauce. I am going to take these crackers. At least I know what's in them. A couple of bananas. These other coconut waters. This water, because I have it. And I'm going to do a veggie broth, no salt added. And I was thinking, even if they won't heat it up, I'll have it room temperature. I'd rather have this. And then if I want, I'm going to bring my green tea powder. And so that's pretty much the food, maybe. Oh, no. And this guy, this is some of that gel, not Jell-O, that gel plant-based that we made. And so I'm also going to have that. And yeah, so that's what we're planning to bring. I was thinking, should I bring a Vitamix and make smoothies? No, I'm not going to do that because I want to come home. I'm not going to be there that long. So the stuff that we're going to bring, I showed you, I'm bringing the quilt for when I'm in my room. I can have it. And a few other things that were gifted in that big basket, like, you know, there's the toothpaste and toothbrush and these coconut waters and whatever. And then, of course, Todd is going to have this bag. This is our bag we're going to share. And in it, we use these packs, these, what do you call these? Cubes? Packing cubes. And I already put something in it. So this is my, what? You didn't know I put something in it?
I didn't realize you were already packing your stuff in the bag.
Yeah. So this is what I'm planning to come home in, which is just a long dress that's going to be comfortable for me. And so we have these other packing cubes. Todd, I don't know what you're going to bring, but I know last time it was really important that you had socks. And when I asked him, what are you going to bring? He says,
Socks.
And why is that? Why is that? Do you want to share just a quick
Last time
reminder?
we were in the hospital and you were in the ICU for 4 days.
It was that critical care unit, 5
Yeah, the
days.
CCU. I didn't leave. And boy, did my feet smell.
So he's
I'm
going
wearing
to.
the same shoes and the same socks for 5 straight days.
Yes, yes. So anyways, let's see a couple comments here. Apple 369, that plug-in cooler is just what you need. Fantastic. I know. Oh my gosh, I was just, it's like so nice and great that she had that to offer to loan me. John says, wishing you the best for your surgery, going to the store. Okay, well, I hope you get your greens. And I hope you do all right. Wishing you the best on your surgery too, John. Thanks for stopping in here. Apple 369, YouTube is kind of weird for me today. I can't see a lot of the other people in the chat, like John and Renee and others. Not important for you to know, Todd. Just sharing that info. That's odd.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We're testing a new feature in the software that allows us to broadcast in both in portrait and landscape. And it looks like when you're doing it in portrait, you get it separates the comments. So you not everybody sees everybody's comments or who is here. So just something we'll have to
get used to.
Either get used to or find a way to fix.
Yeah. Okay. So Ann Harrison says they should have a microwave for your broth, but you may want to bring a glass mug. I don't want to use a microwave if I can help it, but I guess that's, something to know.
But we will befriend the folks in the kitchen downstairs.
Will you?
I will.
Okay. And then John says, I had surgery the beginning of April. They gave me a cocktail before they wheeled me in for the procedure. I don't remember anything when they took me back. Yeah. I hope they do the same for me. But when they did my last colonoscopy, I think it's going to be in the same room. And I was awake when I got in there. But then they gave me a cocktail too. And boy, oh boy, that just took a second. Okay, so we are going to be getting up tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning.
Yikes.
I am going to be doing the last scrub. And I will be fasting from midnight on. And at 5 a.m., we're going to leave the house. We have about a 40-minute drive because I don't think there's going to be traffic. So Todd likes to always make sure we're earlier than later, but check-in is 6 a.m.
Well, because it only takes, one minor incident on a freeway to plug it up for an hour.
Right. So check-in is 6 o'clock and the procedure is scheduled. I know they always sometimes change it, but 7:30 a.m. And these are Arizona Pacific Standard Time is the time zone that we're on right now. Because a lot of people have been asking me. The surgery is set to take place. The length of it is about 3 hours long. And so I wanted to share that. And then as far as just going back into these prep things, they're just talking about, just all the things you shouldn't take, medications, and don't have deodorant, lotion, and perfumes. And it's like all these instructions. So we just have to, we printed it out because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd really have to make sure that I have this. And then they talk about people that have a port, which I don't have, and I don't plan on having one. And how to clean that and all this kind of stuff. So that's that. As far as what I'm going to eat today, nothing really. I'm going to do clear liquids. They said I could eat, but I don't want to eat what they said I could eat because it's cheese and bacon and turkey and all those the list here. I shared this on that last thing, which I don't know exactly where it is, but it was like, what? I'm going to have that? No, I'm not. Here it is. It says they wanted me on a low residue diet for this morning, which means no wheat, no veggies, no fruit, no grains, no bread. But I can have eggs, cheese, bacon, sausage, chicken, turkey, and fish. So I'm going to have none of that. And anyways, so I just wanted to share about that. Yeah, so the prep for today is going to start at noon, which is approaching. So we're going to share a few more things. I'm going to make the cocktail and start drinking it with you. They also are going to have me do an antibiotic. I can't remember. Let's see, over the last 3 years, I've probably been on an antibiotic once, maybe. So this is an antibiotic. I'm going to take 2 tablets at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And it's just a preventative to make sure to help without, you don't want any kind of infection. So that's the added thing that I didn't do before. All right, nesting. I've been nesting, you guys. I have been nesting. What does that mean? Preparing the home. Cleaning the floors like no one's business. I have been scrubbing on my hands and knees and scrubbing it and then wiping it and then taking a steam mop and steam mopping it. And I did my sheets this morning, the bathtub, the bathroom, the toilets. Like, I want everything just nice and clean for when I get home. And Todd has been helping at times, and I appreciate that. And we're a team. So did I finish? No. Do you ever finish? No, but I got a pretty good portion done. We did, right? Did you want to say something?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. I really hear this thing going. Let's see. Is it? Oh yeah, it's cool. It's already getting cool. How cool that it's getting cool. All right. For those of you that know our little guy, Remy, I just want to tell you, in the midst of all of this, we've been dealing with some care things for Remy. He is sleeping, Todd said. Okay, so, he was born with a problem with his liver, so we have to make his food, special food, oh my gosh, and steam the vegetables and rice or potatoes and all of this stuff. That's been going on his whole life. He's 14 and a half. And recently, we found out that he has kidney disease. So they taught us how to put a needle under his skin, which has been, we're getting better at it. It was really tough. And squeeze IV fluids in twice a week. And so he just had his blood work, and it shows that it's working. Yay, Remy, it's working. So we just want to keep the kidney disease from getting worse and let him have quality of life. And then we took him to the groomer because we want everything to be done before the surgery. And she said, oh, do you know he has a hematoma in his ear? What's that? And so it's like a collection of blood. He's got the floppy ears. And so then I brought him to the vet the same day, and it's just been a lot. But the plan is Josh, my son, is going to be caring for Remy. He's going to go to the hospital. Todd and I, the 3 of us are going to go to the hospital. Todd and I are going to stay. Of course, I have to stay. And then our son will be coming back to care for Remy and anything else that needs to be done, sleep here, and then go back. And he's been a great support. So leading into support system, family and community, I got to tell you, my mom and her husband and my son, they're all on standby. Of course, I just shared that Josh, our son, will be there. And my mom and stepdad, they want to be there, but it's not necessary. So they're on standby. And of course, when I come back home, I will be asking for help. And mom will be joining us to help. My cousins and extended family and aunts, everybody's been a wonderful support, and friends offering to come over or help with Remy, or go to the hospital if I'm up for visits, and just a lot more people wanting me to call them, which made me feel a little inundated because I want to give everybody the proper attention because I appreciate everything. Okay. Things that I've been doing to help me spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And I'm going to be just telling you, I've been doing meditation. I used to do meditation. I don't know. It got kind of pushed out this day I'm busy. And well, no, I can't be busy. I have to be busy doing meditation. So I started up again this week, and it's been wonderful. I've been using my phone. There's an app called Insight Timer. Let me make sure that's the name of it in case you're not familiar with it. It's a free app. They do have a paid version on it, but you don't have to have it. Insight Timer. And it's just wonderful. And it gives you a quote, and it lets you pick all kinds of things for meditation, breath work, sleep, stress, anxiety, mornings. And then you can do that, or you could do it on your own. But if you wanted something that was guided, or music or whatever, it's been really nice. The weighted belt, I've been using the weighted belt. I don't have it on. The last 2 days, I haven't worn it. Just because I've been feeling stuff. And right now I don't feel anything. I feel fine. I could have worn it. But I do have these guys. And I'm doing my best with the wrist weights and what's that? Rebounding a little bit, walking, some yoga, not as much weights, but don't worry, I will rebuild that. And there's a little book that my friend sent me. It's called The Little Book of Wisdom. Would you grab it over there? And she shared that her sister gave this to her when she was going through a very difficult time. Thank you. And as soon as she heard that I was going through something, it's not called The Little Book of Wisdom. It's called The Power Within. I apologize. She sent it to me. And it's amazing. It's something you could look into if you want. And it's just every day it lists the date, and then it lists something that is inspirational and just a wonderful way to think, to be supportive and loved. So check it out. Check it out. This is what it is. The Power Within. And it's amazing because, let me see, just to share really quickly, I should have just pulled out. So there's a lot of things about Ralph Waldo Emerson, and just some old authors or Little Women, and just different things like that that are inspiring. So I just wanted to throw a couple names out. Anyways, oh gosh, my friend reached out to me. She's Jewish, and she said that she's involved with her synagogue, and her rabbi, she wanted to ask my permission to ask if her rabbi could do a prayer in my honor. I thought that was really nice. And then I had another friend that is at a church and did a very similar thing. And it's amazing. So I just like thanking everyone and sharing how I'm wrapping all of this, like I mentioned, the love, the prayers, the support, the hugs, the good vibes, wrapping it in myself like a blanket. And I'm just going to take it with me as I walk through this storm. And that's how I'm looking at this. I'm just walking through the storm. So we just hit the hour mark. I'm just going to share a couple more things, make the drink, and then I'm going to let you go. But I did want to share that the t-shirts that we're selling now in our store, I got some other stuff that I wanted to show you besides the ones that Todd and I are wearing. In case you missed it, you're interested, great. You're not, that's okay too. But look at this tote. Isn't this cute? An Eat Your Greens tote with my logo. I'm excited to take this to the farmer's market soon, but you could put anything in this. We could even bring it to the hospital. It's a beautiful tote, and I just wanted to share that. And then, of course, we have some other shirts I just want to quickly share, because I shared some when we went live with it, but I didn't have all of these at the time. And this one is This Girl Runs on Veggies. They also have a version of This Guy Runs on Veggies. And the shirts come in all different colors. You can tell them where they can find it. This shirt, look at this one, the logo on the back, give plants a chance on the arm, and here it is, right? Stronger every day. And I can't wait to wear that one. Here's another one, I will survive because I will, logo. And this is a phoenix bird. And if you're not familiar with the phoenix bird, you got to check it out, because the phoenix bird Well, you explain it very well. Go for it. And there's all kinds of shirts, but I just wanted to share that. Do you want to just share about the Phoenix bird, and we'll
The
move
Phoenix
on?
represents rebirth and relife, and coming up from the ashes and
Prevailing.
just coming back and prevailing. Yes.
Yes. So, and some of you on here have purchased, and we want to thank you. And there's other things, but you can find that on my website.
Yep.
You can find
just
that.
Go to thejennifferdiamond.com and go to store.
Or on YouTube.
Or you can find it here on YouTube as well.
And there's a chart on sizing there. They have great customer service that we're working with because it's created as you order it. I also have been working on the bundles. Some of you have been following me, and I appreciate it. I've been doing a lot for the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle 2026. It is live and available if you're interested in that. And you could just put in thejennifferdiamond.com/bundle. It'll take you right there. It's $50. It's available until May 11th at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And there's about over $1,500 in retail value for $50. So if it's something you're interested in, it's all ebooks. It's nothing you hold. You download it. And it's not all recipes, but I just wanted to share that. And so let me read a couple things. We're going to talk about what to expect in updates and make the prep and then wrap up here. Okay. Welcome, Badrakanala. Is that how you say that? I am so sorry if I messed that up. Marilyn Dubin, may you always be blessed. I appreciate that. And I want to send that energy right back to you and everybody else. May we all always be blessed. Yes. Mona, I love the totes. I love totes. Oh, I love totes. Yeah. So do you ship outside the US? Apple wants to know. That's a question for Mr. Todd.
The answer is yes, Apple. We will even ship to Canada.
See, and because it's so brand new, I'm still learning. And I think our store is going to be evolving too. And we're going to be putting up new things. You can get other things other than just the t-shirt style. There's tank tops and hoodies and all kinds of stuff, but not every logo currently is on everything, but we're going to be working on that, right?
Yeah, and if you're looking for something in particular that you don't find there, let us know, and we'll see about getting it up there.
Yes. So come on in here when you're ready, Todd. And I'm going to be making this prep, and you're going to be talking to everyone, if you would be so kind.
I will be kind.
What to expect in terms of updates for people, because
fun.
So you do that, and I'm going to grab this refrigerated. I showed it on the last live the last video that you put up yesterday, the second prep, and so I'm not going to talk about the details of it, but I'm going to grab this. Go for it.
Yeah. So updates, particularly tomorrow, is going to be a little fluid, I think, as we kind of figure out how things are progressing and how Jennifer is doing in a post-surgical environment. But we will come back on at some point tomorrow, whether it's just me or me and Jennifer, if she's coherent, conscious, and not dopey.
I want to. So we're doing a little dance here. I'm sorry. Yeah. I want to see how I feel. But
we will definitely come on live tomorrow at some point and provide an update for everybody, for sure.
Just don't know when.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's really going to depend. I'd like to try to do it when, her faculties are back and she can speak fluently.
And
so it doesn't rest on me.
But we also talked about if I'm not ready to do that, then you would do that.
Then I'll come back in and give everyone a highlight of how it went and make sure everyone's in the know.
Yeah.
So at some point tomorrow, somehow, some way here, we will live stream and let you know how things go.
That's right. And so I am going to be starting a prep right now. I just poured in the beginning. It's a 16-ounce cup, and they say do it with everything cold to make it better. So I just put cold water. The bottle's been in the refrigerator. I'm going to mix this, stir it up with this spoon, and then I'm also going to take 2 of these antibiotics right now, and then I will be drinking this. I'll go ahead and do these right now. Now, before we leave, you guys, I'm going to just take this and then start the drink. So
Okay.
here we go. Well, that is gnarly, nasty, terrible medicine flavor. Ugh. Mm. Oh my God, awful. It's not coated or anything. All right, 2 down, 4 more to go. And then I'm going to start this. Before I start this, you guys know how much I love to dance. I love to dance. So I thought it would be nice to share a last dance for now. Maybe it's not the last dance, but just, until I can again with Todd. And I invite anybody else that wants to get up and sway, or if you have a partner and you just want to just take just like 30 seconds, and or a minute to just feel grounded, relax the nervous system, and just feel joyful in this space. So we're going to put some music on. I hope you can hear it. Let's make sure you can hear it. And then Todd, can you hear it? Chat to see if but I want them to hear it. Can you hear it? Let us know. And if you can't, I'll figure out something else. Thank you. I know it's going to be great. Just that's how. Oh, look at that. Just don't forget to eat your greens. Your greens, they're so important. Don't forget to eat your plants. Don't forget your grains. Don't forget all the food that nourishes us, and give plants a chance. They will not let you down. I really believe that, and I know it to be true. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm going to drink this fab stuff. Here we go. Tastes like artificial lemon, which is the same as what I thought. And okay, Anne said, you are the dancing queen. Thank you. And love and hugs. Thank you so much. So don't forget, everyone. I know I just said it, but I just can't say it enough. Give plants a chance. My goodness, they're not going to let you down. I'm going to take about, I don't know, a half an hour to drink this, followed by 2 more glasses, 16 ounces of cold water, another hour, and then I can do it again at 5 p.m. At 3 o'clock, I'll take another 2 of these, and 6 o'clock, the last 2, do my scrub, and you know the rest. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time, because I am going to be just fine in the bucket. Bye for now.